Hi guys. So I did the egg carton mermaids earlier, and we're getting ready to make
egg carton lizards.
egg carton lizards. So for this one, I didn't have enough of the egg carton pieces that I needed. This shape is part of the egg carton. Before it gets cut, it looks like this. It's the part that sits down that goes into the cup where the egg sits. I didn't have enough of them.
Enough of the pointy ones.
For us to be able to make a really long tail and the body and everything together, you need like a lot. So Max and I are gonna use
Toilet paper rolls.
toilet paper rolls.
No, these are
Yeah, these are toilet paper tubes. Paper towel ones are longer.
toilet paper too. Okay.
That's okay. So I'm gonna be putting one of these on either end.
Are we going to hot glue these together?
We will. I'm just kind of showing how the construction's gonna work. Oops, I just dropped one of these on the floor.
Ooh, this is actually easier and we don't have to use hot glue. Look.
No, we will. We'll have to use hot glue. Well, any kind of glue really works, but we're gonna use hot glue.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna do
all right, for
a
the
few
tail,
of these for the head because I want to get like a really cool like.
This is the tail top, so basically
layered.
you're going to be doing like that. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
That's okay. So I'm gonna have like the layered thing here, so it's gonna have like this cool like scale look. And Max was telling you these are gonna be used for
the tail. So
the
basically,
tail.
if you put on one of these, and then you're going to put on like these, but you're going to put more of the flat ones, and then add these ones at the end. They're the more pointy ones.
so that it looks more like a tail. And it won't be flat like the head. Oops. I keep dropping them.
Also for the head, if you want to, you can
right
cut
now.
out a little mouth. Like you can.
You can. We're gonna cut open one of them so that
So that it has a mouth.
we're gonna cut this so that we can put a tongue coming out. Okay, let's get started.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, I want to cut these so that they look the way that I want them to. I want to keep this really cool like point on the ends here, but I'm gonna make the bottom of it flat. So I'm gonna take my scissors.
Skizzers.
And I'm gonna cut
make mine a little bit more flat.
that part off. That's what Max is making his a little bit. Oh, I almost cut off my tip. My cool. Right there. All right.
I'm just making mine a little bit shorter. For
Actually, I'm gonna use
head.
this one for my tail because I messed that one up. All right. Yeah, this one.
Perfect.
There we go.
Now that's done. This is for the end of the tail, so that looks more better. And so this is for
That's good for
my
the head.
head.
Which one's for your head?
This one, it has like all the tips off, so that looks nice.
Okay, let's put that down so you can see what you're doing.
Oh, I was cutting off the tips of all of them.
Okay, and he's also cutting off the part for the tail that goes down. We're cutting off just these little kind of raggedy, right?
Great.
Raggedy bits. All right. So because I only had 2 egg cartons, I got 5 of these out of it. So 3 of them Max is gonna use. I'm gonna use 2. So and then for the head, I'm gonna use 3 of these. I want to get a really cool like layered. It's gonna look almost like a dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, but before you do anything else, you have to paint them, right?
Yeah.
Because we want our animals to look cool. So the very first thing you're gonna do after you're done kind of cutting them and getting them into the shape that you want and the number that you want, okay? So I've got...
I'm probably going to need like 3 of these for the tail, so that won't look too bad with like the little tips on them.
Yeah, just think about how you want it to look. Do you want that one?
I really don't want this one. It has a bunch of tips.
Okay,
You want it?
I'll take that one.
Okay. That one, that is really long.
I think I might use that for my tail part. We can cut them off, you know that.
Yeah.
So once you kind of figure out how many you're gonna use and which ones you're gonna use, and you get them cut to the size you want them to be, that's gonna be a great tail. isn't it? All right, so these are gonna be my
there
tail
we go.
parts. I'm gonna put my tail parts in one spot.
That's my tail with the tips, and then I can add the tips.
So these 4 will be my tail, and these 3 are gonna be my head. Everything else I'm gonna kind of set aside, and then don't forget your toilet paper tube for your body. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down so you guys can see what we're gonna do next. We're gonna paint.
By the way, also, once you're gluing on these, you have to like put them on the sides because otherwise it won't fit. Really.
Don't worry, we're gonna push it down. I was figuring that out when I did my mermaid earlier today too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna make my lizard orange.
I'm just gonna grab these extras just in case.
And
I'm going
red.
to use green and cobalt blue. Wait, that's blue. Uranium.
That's ultramarine blue.
Ultramarine. Cobalt. And I'm also using hunter's green.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna use a bunch of warm colors, and Max is gonna use some cool colors. Don't forget that you need to have a cup. I left the cup for water to rinse the brushes over there. While you're squirting your paint, I'm gonna get the water cup. You gotta have water to rinse your brush in between, right?
Yep.
Where did I put it? Oh, here it
Put
is.
hunter's green right there.
And then you also need paper towel so that you can dry your brush. All right, so there's your paper towel. And I put a paper towel underneath mine so that I don't get any paint on my table.
Yeah, and also we have these big pieces of paper that we're going to be using for like tongues
All right,
and feet.
I got a paintbrush.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make mine, I'm gonna pick out a pretty big
I'm
one.
gonna use
'cause,
a pretty big one.
this
is by the way, this is a pretty expensive brush.
I don't think anybody
It's
needed
really
to know
stiff.
that. I know, it's because it's used for texture. It's not used for painting. You probably wanna use one like this. Okay,
Yes.
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and just start. All right, just make sure when you guys are painting that you're getting everything. It's up to you if you want to paint the inside of the egg carton or not. Max, you can start painting?
Yes. I'm gonna first paint this.
Sure. I'm gonna kind of go from red out to yellow on mine. So I'm gonna kind of ombre it back.
I'm gonna kind of make like little stripes on my body.
And there's a lot of bumps and textures on this, so just make sure you kind of get your brush into those spots. Now, you don't have to paint these.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, you could use watercolors if you've got like one of those little watercolor trays. If you have watercolors like I do, that are like the squirt tubes that Max has.
And I have a watercolor tray too.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff here. You can also use markers, crayons. Crayons will actually work really good on this because they show up better on construction paper type. On this kind of a color, on this kind of, markers kind of, the color kind of deadens on this kind of stuff because it's kind of a gray
I'm
that
gonna
you're
use
coloring
all the
on.
little parts that I missed.
And yes, I'm gonna get some paint on my fingers. This is gonna be the face, so I wanna make sure that I paint the front of it.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
There's this thing called soap and water, right?
Yep.
As long as I don't go
Don't
around
use
touching
soap.
stuff.
Don't use soap because
No.
we're saving it for the coronavirus.
No, we wash our hands all the time. Okay, so there is the face. I'm gonna go ahead and hop to my next color.
I'm going to make my little stripes, and I'm going to make 2 blue ones and a couple of green ones.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and paint, and you guys can too.
Situation.
Okay, so we're gonna make
Lizard feet and tongues.
and tongues while we're waiting for our stuff to dry.
Yeah.
So I'm taking this last cup and I'm cutting out some pieces because we didn't have any green paper.
Yeah. And I'm going to color them with mint green markers.
So these are the colors with the marker.
And also, fun little thing, you can make little cut marks to make them look like feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with mine too.
Oh, so awesome.
So
We're on the
I'll show you
same
how to do
page.
that.
I'm gonna do that for now.
You can come to whatever shape you want. All right. For my feet, since mine's like red, orange, yellow, mine's like fire colors, I'm just gonna cut out a long, skinny rectangle.
Once you cut them,
Oh,
I'm sorry. Once you cut them, spread them out a little bit so that they look like this.
that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Oh, so I just taught your lesson.
Actually, I like your feet better because these aren't gonna spread as nice. All right, so I'm cutting 1,
We'll make this more into a triangle shape.
3,
That looks better.
4. Yes. I'm gonna do the same thing he did where I'm gonna just kind of, but mine I'm gonna do little V's because mine aren't gonna separate quite as nice as his did because his is the egg carton material, so it's a little bit sturdier than this paper is. Mine will just rip if I try and pull them all apart. So I'm just gonna do kind of little V's out of them. It's like little feet.
Ooh, one ripped.
All right.
Dang it.
That's all right. We can
That's all right.
tape it or glue it.
And then I'll use the bottom and I'll rip it off a little bit. And perfect. I'll use the bottom and then it'll be all perfect.
Don't forget to color them. Unless you want to keep it that color. That's actually not a bad color.
This?
Yeah. The color of the egg
I
carton
already
itself.
have. I'm going to color these green.
All right. Well, I would go ahead and do that. Really, you should have before you started cutting the toes.
Yeah.
It'd be easier to color them before you cut. But he's going to cut anyway because that's what my students always do too. I always say, I would color that first. And they don't listen to me. And then they're like, Miss Vinay, it's harder to color it. And I'm like,
I don't really care. I'm just
know.
going to use the end of this paper towel so that I
so you don't get it all over my
get
table.
it all over the table.
All right.
That's
So,
a good message.
That's a good message. So I got my 4 feet with the little tootsies, and all I did was cut out little tiny V's. That's it. For the tongue, I want to use blue because I want it to really stand off. I'm going to have blue eyes too because I'm going to use some beads that I have at home. I keep dropping stuff this time.
For eyes.
Yes, for the eyes. All right.
Perfect. This is my next one.
All right.
I'm going to do one more.
Long, skinny. I'm going to cut a V out of the end of this too, so he has kind of like a forked tongue.
Fork.
All right,
Fork.
then I'm just gonna take it and roll it around my finger so that it kind of curls.
I realized I just got some paint on my nails.
And that'll go in the mouth.
I got painted nails.
I'm so glad you're showing me that. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling the body of my...
Last foot. You didn't have to color.
I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling while he's coloring, and then he'll assemble his. So I'm gonna start with my head, which is the one that you colored the whole thing. But before I take the head and do it, you're gonna wanna make it open so that you can put the tongue coming out of it. Definitely want to have adult supervision or somebody help you with this part. If you wanna cut the mouth open, you don't have to.
I am.
But for this, you're gonna stab into the egg carton with the scissors, which is why you wanna have somebody help. And I will be assisting my own son with this. Once you've pushed it into the egg carton, then you can just cut across. Okay.
And we can add some paper in the mouth so that it looks like a real mouth.
Well, actually, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be sticking this, it's gonna be coming out for the tongue.
Oh, I was going to do it like the picture right there.
Yeah, you can do it like that.
I just colored all over my finger by
Awesome.
accident.
Okay, so once I've got the tongue in there, I'm then gonna take my hot glue gun. I'm gonna put the next piece in, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue on the inside of these 2 taller pieces while he's coloring.
I need to be very careful with one of these because I ripped it by accident.
Yeah, I know you said that. We can get tape out too if we need to.
I don't think so. Mine will turn out great. I'm gonna put this in my
Sure
room.
will. All right, so I got those 2 pieces together. Going to do it again now. I'm gonna put this down so they can see what I'm doing. Nobody wants to watch my face.
Almost done making the toast. See, I would have colored all over the table if I didn't put down this. And I have a lot of green all over my hands.
All right, now I'm gonna put the body in.
Perfect. Made one foot. You don't need to color the bottom, but if you do, you can.
Yeah, you don't have to color the bottom because they're gonna be sitting flat on.
I'm not.
Yeah. No reason to
Color
waste
something
time doing that.
Okay, put that right there, and let's make the next one.
Okay, so I've got my body now attached to my head.
I'm really happy that I had the idea of making the cardboard
All right.
foot.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Now I'm gonna start the back for the tail. For the tail, I'm gonna go ahead and put glue on the inside of there. Try not to hit you in the head while I'm getting my glue gun.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Baby voices are not allowed. All right, so I'm starting the tail now.
I know how to do any voice that you want me to do.
I am grown man.
Fantastic. All right, I'm gonna cut this a little bit because I want it to fit in here. So I'm gonna kind of fold this a little bit so it fits inside
Perfect.
the head. Okay, can I?
I'm sorry.
It's all right, you just kind of keep interrupting.
Silly.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cut my tube here a little bit. I know I probably should have done that before just now, but I want it to fit a little bit more into the space. So I need it to be a little bit thinner.
That's pretty awesome.
So I'm gonna put a bead of hot glue there and stick that together. That way that fits in there better.
Oh, so you didn't use a paper towel roll?
I'm using the toilet paper
Oh,
tube. I'm just making it smaller.
I didn't know why I just
So I'm gonna
said.
have you do the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about either.
I thought you used paper since I saw you like gluing something on. Right.
No, I decided I wanted to make it smaller so that this fits better.
Oh, so you ripped it apart a little bit?
I cut it
Oh!
down the tummy.
That's even smarter.
Thanks so much. Okay, let's go ahead and just have mommy commenting right now, okay?
Okay,
All right, so I got the head on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the next part. I'm gonna add on this part to the back. And then I'm gonna add this one.
Where'd that go?
Don't know.
How's your day been, Mom?
Not too bad. Lots and lots of videos today. All right.
I'm going to be helping out with most of them.
So that's the head going back into the tail. And I just put a little tiny bit of glue in each one of those spots. Feet. I'm gonna put my two smaller ones in the front.
Almost done coloring my feet.
I'm gonna go ahead and just overlap them there. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue there.
Right. And
I'm gonna put it on
voila,
the
I
tummy.
finished.
Okay. So I got the feet. I'm gonna put these two in the back.
I can finally get to start getting to the cool stuff. Once you're done coloring everything and doing all this stuff, you actually get pretty cool, surprising stuff.
All right.
I did all the cool colors with purple.
You did. I did a warm color one, you did cool color ones. All right. So that's your basic construction for the lizard. My tongue fell out. I guess I need to glue that.
Oh, these are...
All right, so he's basically done. I'm just now gonna be adding on some eyes with beads and things like that. So we'll show you that when we're all done, and we're gonna go ahead and make Max's too. All right, so Max and I finished our lizards. There's Max's. You guys can see he's got little beady eyes. His feet are glued on. His tail he put at a bend. And he's got the little, like, almost like antenna or like horns.
Yeah, they're like horns like a chameleon. I went for a chameleon and the tongue's like really far out.
I was worried that him putting them flat against it, these are the little sticks that have been painted gold, putting them flat there that they wouldn't be able to stay, but because he glued them so close together, it was able to stay. So he did good problem solving on that one. And then here's mine.
It's a Chinese dragon, basically.
Yeah,
It looks a
I went ahead
lot better than mine.
and added, no it doesn't, a long tail to it. Gave her some scales on the back using some beads that I had.
That's a good idea. I'm going to do that.
All right. Got
Later.
little feet, and her eyes I glued on are going to be blue, just like her tongue is.
It's pretty cool.
So there's my little Chinese.
This is
Turned out to be a dragon instead of really
this
a
is cool
lizard.
colors, and these are warm colors. We decided to do that because we thought that was really cool, and
Hope you guys have fun making it,
Yeah.
and I'd like to see your creation. Bye.